Hello guys, this is RCM TECHNO.com and we have decided to launch a new section for ASP.NET tutorials. In this section we will teach you how to make ASP.NET websites, and this section will really help you guys for making all kinds of dynamic websites with features like login system. You can have dynamic categories for your products which will also be entered into database, and like you can also have dynamic products. So in short, you can do everything that these web developers do and make some good money from your clients, man. I can assure you for that. Okay, so let's get started. Click on file, click new website, and then just change the name, or if you want like that, so we name it RCM TECHNO. And just make sure you select Visual C# every time, as we at RCM TECHNO we follow this language. We will not follow Visual Basic, so just make sure you select Visual C# here every time, and click OK. So this is the default coding that every new website you create on .NET has. So this is the toolbox. This is the main area which you will be working much more than you. So this is the toolbox, and they contain all the control we will be using in this all series of tutorials. I will explain most of the important tools which we normally use as the web developers, and which have really great importance in making awesome websites. Okay, so I will come to each and every tutorials that's needed, I think so. And this is the Solution Explorer. Here you are, all your files it contains all your files, like all CSS files, images, JavaScript files, jQuery files, anything. All files will come here. And this Server Explorer will contain your database that you will create for your website, and I will come to it later, as there right now in this first tutorial I will cover just the basics. We will definitely do the database and everything, every dynamic thing, every big thing. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Okay, this is the source view, and this is the code view. We also got a design view here. By clicking on design, you come here. Since we have not put anything, any controls or any data till now, so that's why this page is blank. Okay, let me just show you two controls. The first one I'm going to show you is the label. You just click label, you can just drag it here to here, and it will add the label control to here, all the properties that this label has, and we can modify all these properties that suits our needs. So first let us change the ID label name, and you can just change the text on it to let's say enter name. Press enter key. See, it's changed now. Then you can just give a space, and let us add the second control. It's text box. Okay, text box is used for getting the input from the user, like you can input a username and password, and you can match those two fields with your database. If any row exists for that particular username with a particular password, then you will get access to your accounts, things like that. Okay, the text box also has these kinds of properties. A little bit is different from labels, but every control has a common field of ID. ID is a common property for every control. Let us put txt name this time. So, and I will teach you most of these properties. Let me just tell you that single line is for single line input, multi-line is for a paragraph input, and password is for encrypted type input. Like, it will not show you what you are entering. I hope you know what I mean. Like on any website, if you have a login control and you enter password, so it does not show the password, it just show the dots or stars. So password is for that purpose. Okay, then you can press enter, so you can go next line. Okay, not that much. Okay, next line, and we are going to do a third control, that is a button. A button is a clickable control. You click it and an event can execute. Now to just okay, this also has some properties. As I said, ID, it's common property in every control, so just name it btn name. Okay, but you can change the text on it as we did for the label, so you can just put it submit and press enter. Now double click the submit button. It will take you to the default.aspx.cs file. We were working in default.aspx. Now after double clicking it, you have comment.cs file. It's the C# file. It contains all the coding for the C#. This is the coding that is normally come in as a default. Okay, now we will work in this function. It's a method for button name click. Whenever there is a click to this button, all the coding that is written between these two brackets will get executed. For right now, this is a basic tutorial, so I am writing just one line to display the data entered by the user in this text box on the screen right above the enter name. And for that purpose we have a write function, and to use that we have to use it with the response class. So we have to just write response. Yeah, I should have tell you this thing also. When you start writing any word or any keyword, if it is a keyword or if it is in a Microsoft Visual Studio, then it will show you the suggestions so that it makes you easy. You don't have to type the full name, and it also gives ideas sometimes. This is a very awesome feature of Microsoft Visual Studio 2008. It's called IntelliSense. Let me say again, it's called IntelliSense, not intelligence. It's IntelliSense. Response dot. Now I have to use a write. So if I place WC, it's the most common feature, so it generally gives a write. We can choose any from there, but we have to use write, so I'm using write. And in bracket you can write hello, or else if you want to say I want to display the value the user enters in this text box. So let me just come over here and type, you have to type this ID name. See, we have this text name, txt name. See, this is also coming here as we have defined it, and it's in the Visual Studio. For displaying its value, we have to use its property called dot text. If you place a dot, you can just choose anything here, but it should be relevant. You cannot just choose anything like that as you wanted, otherwise you will get an error, man, it's for sure. Yep. So we are using the dot text here and press enter. Remember, this T is capital. If you put it small t, it will not work. It will not work at all. Okay, so now let us put the semicolon and it's done. This is the button for save this file only, and this is the button for save all. Like all these two files will be saved if I press this icon. See, all these files are saved. The star from all these two files are replaced. Okay, that's it, we are done. Let me show you the output now. If you right click here on the design view and click view in browser, web browsers come with your output. It says enter label, that's the label we have used. It's a text box, and we can put any data here like RCM TECHNO.com and click submit. See, here the outputs come. Okay, I hope you got an idea what an ASP.NET is, and it's I really need your suggestions and feedback from you guys, so please leave a comment and I will try to implement your suggestions in my upcoming tutorials, and I can take the assurance that I will make you proud. I will teach you that much that you can make really awesome sites to earn like $5,000 plus 500 plus from your clients for every site that you make. And if you are thinking it's gonna be difficult, then right, it's a little difficult, but don't worry, I'm here for making it easy. Okay, that's all for first tutorial. Please leave comments. Thanks. It's rcmtechno.com.